Welcome back, little bro. Today we're going to talk about having sex with your ex and why it's absolutely okay. It's okay to want, it's okay to do, it's okay to feel, it's okay to let your emotions go, but there's a big catch when doing it because you'll often find that yes, you get her back, she reaches out, which is phenomenal, feels incredible. Your dopamine's gonna shoot through the roof, your anxiety's gonna be all over the place, but you're not gonna show her that. She's not gonna know that. You're gonna bounce around in your room, you're gonna do all that, but you're gonna keep it low, keep it level. Feels great, all right. But you're gonna ask her out. She's gonna actually agree. She's gonna actually show up. She's gonna look a little bit hotter than last time. She's gonna actually give it to you. And oh my God, does sex feel good with your ex? Holy shit, holy shit. But here's the deal, most guys make 3 mistakes when having sex with their ex that makes their ex leave all over again and repeat this horrible freaking process. And I'm gonna give you them right here, right now, so pay attention. Number 1, you're too emotional after, and I mean directly after, and I mean like after, like you are literally still lying in bed with her, and all of a sudden she hits you with, I missed you so much. And you reply, I missed you too. Now here's the deal. I know that that sounds okay, but when it comes to your ex, you cannot give her that. If you guys were still together and she says, I missed you, you can absolutely tell her, I missed you too. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're still trying to get her back. You're still trying to get her into a relationship, assuming that. So here's the deal. Here is the big key that you need to understand. You've got to give her up to half. Now don't be cold, but you got to give her half the emotional investment that she's giving to you. And what I mean by that is that if she says, I miss you, you can tell her, I missed our talks, I missed how crazy you were, and I was right, you are nothing but trouble. Okay, so hit her with a line, something like that. What that is it teases her a little, it flirts a little, but it's not quite at that level yet. It's gonna make her work to get you at that level. And that's the point, is that she's still going to be chasing you while she is literally lying in your arms. It doesn't mean she's gonna necessarily escalate the conversation further, and that's okay. But the point is that from that day forward, she will definitely reach out more, start to contact you more, and as long as you hold frame, in other words, when she texts you, I miss you, when she texts you, hey, I had a great night last night, blah, 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 you reply, you are calm, you are polite, but you're also a little aloof. And like I said, you never emotionally invest over half of that emotional level that she gets unless you two are already in an official relationship. So she hits you up the next day and she says, hey, I had a great time last night, let's do it again. You cannot reply, oh my God, that'd be awesome, I miss you so much. Okay, you can't do that because that immediately tips the scales, and now she knows and you know you just leaned in and now you're the one chasing her. And it happens just like that. And she knows that. And that power dynamic is what makes the sex feel, okay? It's what makes the whole dynamic collapse because there's no longer as much sexual tension, and the more you chase, the less tension there is. And the more she actually doesn't want to sleep with you, and all of a sudden, now you had a date set up for this weekend and she just called it off even though you literally had sex 5, 6, 7 days ago. What's up with that? That's why you killed the dynamic in under a week. Congratulations. It's okay, I'm making fun of you a little bit. We've all been there, myself included, how we have killed a reconnection in less than a week. It's like, sometimes we're just really good at that, okay? But learn from my mistakes, learn from what this video is telling me, learn from me, please, so you don't make those same mistakes, and tap that for your bros, please, okay? Please. So number 1, you get too emotional after. You get too emotional in bed, you start telling her stupid shit like, she says, I love you, and you reply, I love you too. I've never stopped loving you. I love you more. All right, so you're getting the flow of this by now. You cannot reply, I love you. You reply, I loved our dynamic. I loved our talks. I loved how crazy you were. I loved how you make me feel. Something like that. It's still a lot, but it's not as much, right? It's got to be, like I said, right at that 50% level, because too cold and you'll turn her off. Too cold and all of a sudden now you're just feeling like you're the one using her and she's gonna push you away. But here's the deal, you just flirt a little bit. If she initiates, and only if she initiates that flirt, only while you're still trying to get her back. Again, if you are in an official relationship, do not do this, you will be playing games, okay? You'll Absolutely feel free if you're in a relationship to tell her, I missed you, I loved you, I love you more. Ha ha ha, is this a fight to the death? Whatever you want to say. But while you're still trying to get her back, you only invest around 50% of her emotional level and no more than that. Number two, you start chasing her the next day. And we already hit on this a little bit. So she will probably text you, because most girls do. She'll text you the day after or the night of and just simply say, that was a fantastic date. Thank you for dinner. Thank you for sex. She might even say, I can't wait till next time or something like that. Now here's the deal. You cannot reply again with that same level of emotional investment. You can reply up to half. So she says something like, last night was great. I had a blast. You'd reply something like, I had a blast too. You seem like a really great person. I'll look at my schedule this week. That's it. You don't have to say anything else. It doesn't have to be those exact words. But the point is, whatever emotional level that she's at, you can't be at. Here's why. Whoever has the highest level of emotional investment is the one that chases, okay? That's got to be her. It's got to be her because she's the one that broke up with you, okay? If the roles were reversed and it's you that broke up with her, then yes, you would have to be the one chasing her to try and get you back. But it doesn't go much beyond initiating that, letting her come back, and then letting her chase in that relationship, in that dynamic. She was the one that ended things between you. She was the one who thought that she could do better, which is exactly what she's saying when she breaks up with you, is that, hey, you're great, but I can still do better. And you say, okay, good luck with that. And you let her go off and find out the hard way that she really can't, which is why she hit you back up, which is why she accepted your date proposal, which is why you got to sleep with her again. Now here's the deal. How you prevent yourself from falling in the trap of chasing her is you never match her level of emotional investment. That is what keeps her constantly chasing you, okay? Now this dynamic can even out. Once you get into a relationship, it becomes reciprocal, okay? But until then, because she's the one that broke up with you, she has to be the one initiating, she has to be the one reaching out, and if she does not, she's gone. And she has to understand that. That is what you are trying to get through her head during no contact is, if you do not reach out to me, we're done. I will never contact you again. You have got to do 100% of the chasing, 100% of the work if you want me back. And here's the deal. If there are any real feelings, she's going to come back, she's going to start chasing, and she's going to work for it again because she knows it's valuable. That's what she really wants. Even though she could go get another guy, he's going to be easier than you are. And she wants what's difficult because what's difficult is what's going to make her fall in love. What's difficult is what's going to keep her chasing, longing, and wanting you both emotionally and sexually. So number three, you will train her to expect this as your new normal, however you go. So if you start chasing her the next day, you match that emotional level, right? And you start replying things like, I love you too, I missed you too, whatever. And you start texting her the next day, or maybe even if you let her initiate half the emotional conversations, or you let her initiate half the texts, what's gonna happen is that, and you know this is true, she's gonna not text you one day. She's not gonna text you one weekend, and you will. And that's exactly what tips those scales, and she's betting on that. She wants to test you. This is how she tests you and your masculinity, by simply withdrawing for a day, withdrawing for a weekend. Because if you flip out on her, if you text her, if you start acting needy, where are you? I didn't see you this morning. Good morning. Oh God, don't you send those good morning texts. I swear to God, if you send her good morning texts, good night texts, I was thinking about you texts, I swear to God. I lost myself there for a moment. Don't text her good morning. Not while you're trying to get back together with her, okay? It's a bad idea. You don't want to do the good morning, good night texts, all right? She can initiate them and you can reply, but that is it. Moving on. Here's the deal. Here's the dynamic that you do not want to fall into, and you will fall into if you start that chase again. You will train her to do exactly this. Now listen to me very carefully. This is exactly what's going to happen. She breaks up with you. She reaches back out after a month or two. She gives in to you, letting you think you're the one in control. You have sex with her. She lets you chase again, and then she withdraws again for another month and restarts this whole process over, because guess what? She knows that when she reaches out to you in a month or two, it's going to be the same exact pattern over and 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 over. It's going to drive you nuts. Here's the thing, it's eventually going to drive her nuts, and she's not going to reach out anymore. It's because you always start chasing. If you are stuck in a pattern with your ex, with your girl, doesn't matter. It's because she eventually gets the emotional edge over you. And how you keep that edge is that you never invest more than that 50% when she starts to pull away. Even in a relationship, she will pull away, sometimes to test you. And how you pass those tests are very simple. If she pulls away for a day, you don't hear from her for a weekend. A lot of guys will freak out. Now look, if she is legitimately cheating on you, I get that. But most of the time, she's not cheating on you. Most of the time, she's just testing you. She just needs a day to herself, a day with her girlfriends, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. You need to stay calm in your masculine and realize this. If you legitimately cannot trust her that much, then you shouldn't be together. So you reaching out or trying to find out and all that, I mean, you've already confirmed that you don't have enough trust in this girl, in who she is, in her own moral compass, that you shouldn't be dating her seriously anyway. So you reaching out to her is always a bad idea. If you are that insecure about her, and I'm not saying you're even wrong to be insecure about it, because let's face it, a lot of women will cheat on you, and I understand that. But if you don't trust her like that, then don't be in a relationship with her. Like, you should not have given her your heart, your love, your attention, your exclusivity, if you truly believed that if you didn't hear from her for a weekend that she'd cheat on you. Like, that's on you, dude. That's not on her. It's on her for cheating, sure, but you allowed it. So don't allow that shit. A woman has to earn exclusivity with you. That's why you control the relationship and she controls sex. Because it's a lot easier for her to get sex, but it's a lot easier for a man to get a relationship. The point is, you will train her to expect a new normal, and the new normal is often total hell. It's nothing but a cycle that she will keep you in because you're too weak to break it, and you break it by simply not matching her emotional level. It's a bad path. You don't want to go down that. Either way, I got you, little bro. Keep watching videos like this, level up in life, and I'll see you in the next one.